The lighter weight of this bike is definitely evident. You can pick up the front end of this thing pretty easy. Where like a lot of e-bikes, you're gonna slip a disc trying to pull the front end off the ground. So this bike being 71 pounds is definitely noticeable. And another thing, the shifter here, I'm so very used to having the typical thumb shifter that all of these bikes have. So this one, you twist it, and it gives kind of a nice feedback to it. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it gives a nice click to it, and it's pretty firm, so I don't feel that shifting is going to be accidental. Just got to get used to, you know, which way to shift, to upshift, and which way to go down. But other than that, it feels good so far. Wish this bike had a wattage readout so I could tell how much wattage it's putting out, because like I said already, it feels like no matter what pedal assist level you're in, it's putting out the same amount of power no matter what. There's this little readout on the bottom that kind of shows power with the meter, so I'll keep an eye on that. But as of now, I honestly can't feel the difference between the pedal assist levels. These grips, these feel super grippy. So they definitely feel like my hands wants to stick to these grips. It's not the same. These are a little bit different than most of the grips I've seen on these e-bikes. And I'm telling you, these handles, these hydraulic disc brakes, they feel pretty nice. And these handles look to be adjustable, so you can bring the handle in and out depending on your hand size or what your preference is. So far, yeah, this bike feels pretty nice. This thing is showing 4 out of 5 bars, and it's been showing 4 out of 5 bars since I rode it. I had it on the charger all morning. It was fully charged, so that's what another thing I mentioned with these. You can never really trust the battery readouts on these e-bikes, which is why it's nice to have the voltage readout. So let's take this thing off-road here. Now I put flat out in these tires, and I put flat out in all the tires in my e-bikes now, because these fat tires unfortunately are prone to running over things and getting flats. So just want to let you guys know that. Definitely recommend some flat protection on your e-bikes. As expected, this bike's making easy work of the rocks. Cruising right along. Definitely noticing this bike feels more nimble than the typical 85-pound e-bikes that I'm used to riding. So here you are, I'm 6'2", like I mentioned before. This is what it looked like on the TST Defender here. Do notice I mentioned that there's a nice sparkle in this paint that is very evident when you see this in the sunlight. This has a front fork that is not adjustable, and I have noticed already I bottomed it out a few times. So don't expect a whole heck of a lot from this front suspension, but you know, it does help take up some of the bumps. It just doesn't have a whole bunch of travel to offer you. And here's what we're gonna look like riding around on the TST Defender. Like I said, I think this is a pretty nice looking bike, and the frame definitely sets this apart from a lot of the fat tire e-bikes you see. So if you're looking for something a little different looking, you know, maybe this is the bike for you.